you ever wondered what sells a house? Is it offering home warranties, staging the home, curb appeal where you draw them in, or is it repairing and doing upgrades, or even a deep clean on your home? Now, all of those things help attract buyers to your home, and they may ultimately help you sell a house, but there really is only one thing that really sells a home. Can you guess what it is? And it's a really hard one for a lot of sellers. It's setting the right price. Or as some agents put it, setting the price to enter the market. As a homeowner, I know you've lovingly maintained your home, both for yourself, for your family, and for your own enjoyment. And you may even have considered resale value. Now that you're ready to sell the home, you want to be compensated for those efforts. So your home, like mine, probably holds a lot of memories. You're going to have to be careful not to project your sentimental value into your home's selling price. It's a trap you can't afford to fall into. It's one of the reasons agents have you do a lot of decluttering and depersonalization of your home. You're first preparing your home to sell. They're helping you detach from those wonderful memories. They lead you to overpricing your home. Now, you must understand that the buyer that's going to come see your home doesn't have your history or your connection to your home. And even with the upgrades you may have lovingly made, you have to remember that buyers may not share your tastes and may not necessarily value the same features that you do. The most common reason most sellers ignore pricing advice after talking with their agent, especially if the advised price range is not what they'd hoped for, is that they believe one of two things. One, they believe that the agent just wants a quick sale so they can get paid. This leads them to feel like they're underpricing or undervaluing the property. In fact, one of the most common sentiments I hear from sellers when the price isn't quite what they'd hoped for or wanted is, well, I'm not going to give it away. Or the other one, where the sellers tell me they want to price it a bit high, knowing it's a bit high, but their thinking is, now I have room to negotiate. They feel they can always bring down the price later if they must. Now, if you have ever had any of those two thoughts or even conversations, listen closely. You're going to need this information. That kind of thinking is a trap that can cost you time, money, and ultimately even affect your moving plans. So let's take a look at the first one. You think the agent just wants a quick sale so they can move on and get their money. And the reality behind this is that most agents want to see you get what you want for your home. Because as your realtor, we have a fiduciary responsibility to you. Are there a few that only want to look after their own pocket? Maybe. But most agents go out and gather data around your neighborhood and about your home and bring it to you, showing you what is happening in your neighborhood. Because we know real estate is very neighborhood specific, and the data we bring you tells a lot about the current market that you're in. For those of you who haven't sold a home in a while, or this is your first time selling, the data good agents bring you can really help you make great decisions because it gives you inside knowledge about your neighborhood. It's information on how many homes like yours are currently on the market in your neighborhood. This number speaks to how much competition you might have once you enter the market. More homes mean that buyers have a lot of choices, and your home may not stand out as easily. Less homes mean, hey, your home may stand out more, especially if your home or community has a lot of desirable amenities. How many homes like yours have sold in the last 3 to 6 months speaks to whether you're in a buyer's market or a seller's market in your area. How long are homes like yours on the market before they go under contract? This will help you know how much time you have to make your next move. It's also a good review of pricing since you can see which home prices got a contract and which are still sitting on the market waiting for an offer. Then there's the list to sold price ratio of homes like yours that have sold recently. This is the ratio of a home's final sale price to its initial asking price, and it's a useful tool that both agents and sellers can use to establish a sale price for a home. The list to sold price ratio can tell you a lot about the local market, like whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. A low ratio compared to other neighborhoods, that may indicate more negotiating power for the buyers, whereas a higher ratio indicates greater competition among buyers and more leverage for the sellers. Another indicator of how the market is doing is what concessions are being given from the sellers to the buyers. This again allows you to see, is it more of a seller's market where the sellers have more leverage and there's more competition amongst buyers for a house? Or like in today's market, where with the higher interest rates, we're seeing some sellers giving more concessions to help buyers buy down the rate and make their home look more attractive to the buying community. All this information allows you to set the right price for your home, because really the decision to price your home is your decision. It's not your agent's decision. It's not your neighbor's decision. It's not even about what you want for the house or what you need for your next home. It's a decision you're making based on information that you have reviewed with your trusted agent about what is going on in your neighborhood and how it affects your moving plans. Now, the second one, where the sellers tell me they want to price it just a little bit high, knowing it's a little bit high, but they're thinking, hey, I'm going to have some room to negotiate. This is another trap to setting the right price, because this one can really hurt you. Let me explain. Now, years ago, you might have been able to overprice your home and it would have been fine. But today, everyone has one of these in their hands and they're scrolling through it. And the buyers are using this to get all the information on your home and the other homes available in your neighborhood. And just like you, when you go shopping, they're comparing. They're comparing your home to the other homes that are available that look like yours. They're comparing the number of bedrooms and bathrooms that you have, the size of your lot, the upgrades you have or haven't done, the basement you have or haven't finished. And what they're really looking for is to see value in your price. All of that takes time. So if you're thinking, well, we'll just try it a little bit high, and if I don't get anybody to make me an offer, I'll just bring down the price. But now the problem is you're chasing the market. You see, when your home first goes on the market, that's when it really gets the most attention. It's like the honeymoon portion of the listing period. Everyone gets excited. It's new to the market. Buyers are looking at it. But if it's overpriced, they may never call their agent to set a showing, or call your agent off the sign, or even come to the open house. Because remember, they have one of these in their hands, and they're comparison shopping. At the same time, the buyer that would have qualified for your home had you set the right price will never even see it, because it won't be in the price range that they're looking at. This leads to a great waste of time and resources for both you and your listing agent, because selling a home requires a lot of prep work, from cleaning to staging to professional photography, and then the marketing and the open houses, all of which means you, the seller, must keep the home looking show ready and be prepared to leave the house when a buyer wants to see it. Difficult to do if all the buyers are doing is using your home to compare to the others in the neighborhood that are priced for less. Because all of this takes time, you're sitting on the market, your days on the market are becoming extended, especially if your days on the market are more than the neighborhood average, leading the buyers to start to think, what's wrong with that house? And that's never anything we want them thinking about your home. Then you may have to start adjusting the price to make sure you can meet your timeline for your moving plans. And once you start lowering the price, I have to tell you, there are buyers out there that'll sit and watch your house wondering, how low will you go? Like the game of limbo. Or they'll approach you with what we call lowball offers to see how desperate are you to make a move. And we all know that desperation doesn't ever get you the best price for your home. And, for giggles, let's say you did overprice the home and somebody wants to purchase it. Don't start celebrating it, because you have to make sure that the property appraises, especially if the buyer is getting a loan. We sometimes saw this with the bidding wars. You're in a neighborhood that's hot and you're one of the few homes on the market, and the buyers get excited and they not only offer you your price, but maybe even a bit more. So you're going to have to be very, very careful if they're getting an appraisal that the property may not appraise at that higher price. This means that the buyer would either have to come to the table at closing with the difference in cash between the appraised value and their offer, or you're going to have to lower your price to the appraised value in order to sell the home to that buyer. Because, lenders will only loan the buyer the amount of the appraised value for your home. So it's important to review the information that your agent's putting in front of you and make sure that the price is reflective of and supported by comps in your neighborhood for previously sold and closed homes that are just like yours. Hi, my name's Peggy Dursthoff with Live Denver Suburbs, powered by HomeSmart. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and check out this one over here, where I talk about whether homes are priced too high right now in today's market. And I even give you a link to our latest blog for our mid-year real estate market update. Remember, instead of overpricing your property, we can help you set the right price, a competitive price to drive serious offers directly to you. So if you're thinking about selling your home, just give us a call, reach out for a free consultation. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.